2 or 3 weeks ago, that was a smile on Jose Mourinho's face. He's a bit frustrated for now. It got off to a good start his time. First time I've had a chance to speak to you about it, Kasey. But of late, it's stuttering. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's not a lot of changes, right? I mean, so he's come in, he's brought in a team that was obviously struggling when he came to the club. So he was able to make some instant changes, and just I think that instant automatically, you have a new manager, you have to impress, you have to get that done. That had its effect. Now I think it's a case where he's going to have to put his own stamp on this team, and I don't think he's going to have the resources that he was used to having at a Chelsea that he's kind of been accustomed to have. So I'm not quite sure exactly how he's going to do that, but he's going to have to do it because, you know, this is a Tottenham side that has been used to Champions League football, that's been used to getting themselves, you know, at the top of the league. He's come in and he's had an instant response. Look, he took the team from 14th to 6th.
Yeah.
But, you know, obviously the draw with Norwich, the loss to Southampton has kind of maybe just, like you said, shaded that a little bit. But I still think he's got a lot to offer.
There seems to be I don't want to finish fourth mentality here among a lot of clubs. Yeah. But it's not like, oh, they've had a couple of setbacks here, then that's them out of the running, because so have Chelsea, so have Manchester United. Who do you think, out of Spurs and Man United and Chelsea and the others, is best equipped to finish fourth, or does it depend what happens this month in the transfer window?
Well, I think that will help. There's no question. I think if any of those sides that you just mentioned are able to strengthen in that transfer window and be able to put that run together that I think we all expect them to do. But you look at what Leicester's done. Leicester seems to be consolidated in that Champions League spot. You expect Man City as well to be there. We know Liverpool's running away with it. There's no question about that. So it's that. You're right. You're talking about three giant clubs fighting for one spot. And I think all of them are poised depending if they get certain things right, if they keep injury free. We're already looking at maybe a Tottenham side that could be without Harry Kane for a few weeks.
Yeah.
You know, those little things aren't going to help those sides. If you're missing key players at this stage of the season, it's going to be a big loss.
Well, the confirmation has come that it is a torn hamstring for Kane, so he will be out for a few weeks. There are those that have said he's yesterday's man, Mourinho. He didn't do well at Man United. He's past it. What would you say to those people that say that?
I think there's too much history to write him off that quickly. I think I think like every manager, you're always judged off of your last performance. And yes, it didn't go the way I think a lot of people expected it to go, particularly Mourinho at Man U. But he has an opportunity now at Tottenham, albeit with a little bit different role. Because I think when he's come into certain clubs, he's had huge budgets to form the club in the way he would like it to be formed. He's not going to have that. He self-admittedly said he's not going to have that at Tottenham. He's going to have to go back to maybe some of the early days in his managerial career where he had to take some younger players and kind of, you know, turn them into what they've become. And I'm still wondering at Tottenham what the mentality is right now.
Have you seen enough from Jose Mourinho over the past few years to think to yourself, yeah, he can adapt? Because football's changed from when he had his success at Porto and at Inter. That was a decade ago now. It doesn't feel like that. However, he does certain things that are really good, but is he too stubborn to do other things that he needs to do?
I think it all depends on the players that you're able to bring in. I think if you can bring in players that work well with the system that you want to put forward, then I think you have a chance. I think what's tough is when you have a group of players, and you hear certain managers, particularly, let's just take American sports, or they're saying, I don't necessarily have the ability to grab all these players. I know I'm going to have this personality that I have to deal with, and that's going to be different from this personality, and I'm not sure if Mourinho can change his style to adapt to certain egos that are already at a club.
Finally, you played at Spurs, one of the many top clubs that you played at. You know their fan base. Is it a patient fan base? Will they give him time, or will they get fickle?
Well, I think the tough part is for Mourinho, he's going to be replacing Pochettino, who, let's be honest, had the best run as a Spurs manager in 30, 40 years. So it's not as if, you know, he's coming in off of sneaking into a Europa spot or having a decent cup run. No, this is a stability of success that Spurs hadn't witnessed in decades. And so Mourinho's going to be expected to come in and not only, you know, continue that, but maybe even do better. Maybe win a league, maybe win the league, maybe.
Not this year, though.
Not this year, of course. And he'll have, the question mark will be is how much time will he have to be able to put that forward, and then how much resources is Daniel Levy going to give him to be able to push this team in the direction that he wants it to go in.
Top 4 this season, yes or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. Jose Mourinho with a big job to do at Spurs, especially now that Harry Kane is out for a few weeks.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.